I did a video the last time on a detailed fashion course outline for beginners, especially those that are self-teaching, and then I got requests to give recommendation for the higher levels. So you are teaching yourself how to sew and you have passed the beginning stage. For everything I outlined in my previous video, you have passed that stage. What is next? The next stage now is your intermediate stage. So you have the beginner stage, the intermediate stage, and the advanced stage. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you a detailed fashion course outline for intermediate level. If it's something you're interested in, you know you have passed the beginning level and you are self-teaching, now you're about to enter the intermediate level. In this video, I'll tell you in details what you need to learn. If you're interested, keep watching this video. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. My name is Lola Oluwashisi and this is my channel Everything Lola, where I talk about fashion, lifestyle, and everything in between. I also drop tips and tricks and tutorials that would help fashion designers to just navigate their way through this fashion industry easily. And I also have a sewing channel where I post strictly cutting, drafting, and sewing tutorials. The channel is Lola Oluwashisi. So if you scroll down the homepage of this channel, you're going to see the second channel. If you're interested in anything like that, or any of these that I've mentioned is your vibe, you want to stick around and subscribe and join the family. So in this video, like the title states, I'm going to be giving a detailed fashion course outline for intermediate level. So you've passed the beginning level. You can refer back to my video if you're just starting on the detailed fashion course outline for beginners. Now this is for people that have passed the beginning stage. You know your hand is now getting stronger. You've done all those things I listed out in my previous video. Now what next? I'm going to be telling you what you can now dip your leg into and start learning after your beginning stage, when you're about entering or when you enter the intermediate stage. So without wasting any time, let's get right into the video. Just to do a recap for those that did not watch the previous video, you can still go and check the previous video so you'd follow up and you won't be lost. Just give like a summary or a detailed course outline for beginners. I talked about the pre-sewing class. I talked about you learning what fashion designing is about, getting familiar with fashion terms, fashion tools, colors, fabrics, watching some fashion movies, then moving to the sewing class for beginners, how to use your thread, how to thread your machine, how to use your machine, how to draft, cut, and sew basic bodies, how to draft neckline, how to draft, cut, and sew a basic skirt, basic dress, basic trouser, basic short, and then how to you will need to start your fashion illustration classes and also do little classes on content creation and business as well. Now that you have finished the beginning stage, you would enter your intermediate stage, and the intermediate stage, funny enough, is not actually the difficult stage to me. I feel like it's that stage that is easier because now you have learned the basic things you need to know. You're entering on that stage that becomes a bit more complex, but it's not so complex because everything you need for the intermediate stage, you already have it at the beginner stage or at the beginning stage. You already know how to draft your basic bodies very well. You now want to enter, the first thing you want to start practicing in your intermediate level is your bustier outfit. So you know how to draft your basic bodies with your dart. Now you want to actually enter the bustier outfit, how to now contour that your basic bodies into a bustier bodies that would give you the whole bust line contour and things like that. So different kind of bustiers. You want to go for the normal bustier, you want to go for the princess bustier, that's the princess dart bustier, you want to go for the normal bustiers, and just play around with every kind of bustiers you can see. When you get to this stage, you can actually play around more because now your hand is strong, you know how to use your machine, and you have all the basic knowledge you need. So bustiers is one way to start your intermediate class. The next thing you want to do now in your intermediate class is to play around with corsets. After you have learned your bustier, you now want to go into learning corsets. Not in your beginning stage. If you want to be daring, you can do it in your beginning stage, but I advise that you learn corsets. You start learning corsets in your intermediate stage, because when you get to this intermediate stage, you already know what and what, you know where your dart is going to be, you know where your nipple to nipple is and everything, and those are the kind of things you need to draft a corset, a well-fitting corset. So you can start playing around with corset. You can dip your leg lightly into corset. You don't have to go all the way in, but you can start with like simple corset. You can start with simple cupped corset, simple Victorian corset, simple Edwardian corset, different kinds of corsets, just the lighter one, so you will not go in and and the thing will hit you and you come back. So just dip your leg in like the easier corset. Then the next thing you want to do now is sleeve patterns. There are so many types of sleeves. You've already learned the basic sleeve pattern in your beginner level. Now you're in intermediate level, you want to now take that sleeve pattern, the basic sleeve pattern you learned in your beginning level, you want to now start playing around with it. Different, just browse, go on Google, browse the different types of sleeves patterns we have, and so many will come out. You can now start playing around with them and start practicing them. Same thing goes with neckline. In your beginning stage, you learn the basic neckline. In your intermediate stage, there are over 30 different necklines. Start learning them. So your beginning stage, you should know at least 10 different necklines. When you get to your intermediate stage, you should know at least 20 different necklines well. So focus on necklines, focus on different sleeve patterns, and then next thing you want to focus on is trousers. Now, I talked about trousers in the beginning stage, but those are just like basic patterns. The trouser pattern, like you'll be doing like basic trouser pattern, but when you get to your intermediate stage, you now want to go hard or go home. So you want to try your straight pants, you want to try your A-line pants, that's the one that will be fitted and A at the bottom. You want to try your palazzo pants, you want to try your as many pants as you can place your hand. So the best way to do this is, once you give yourself that, okay, I'm doing pants for this month, you want to go on Google and browse different pants patterns, and they will bring out as many as they can for you, and then you can start from there. Just go from the easiest and go towards the hardest. That's what I just advise for intermediate classes. Now the next thing you want to now focus on is patchwork. So you see all these colorful Ankaras where they cut it into tiny pieces, and then they're putting it together just to make like dresses, trousers. You want to focus on that too, because you've already started sewing. Now you want to stretch your brain more for it to be able to think, for it to be able to work more. You want to try out, I highly recommend you to try out patchwork in your intermediate stage. Now the next thing is ashwebi styles. So ashwebi styles, I know most people that go for upgrade classes, upgrade is one after intermediate, most people that go for upgrade classes actually focus on ashwebi styles, but I advise that you start focusing on ashwebi styles from your intermediate level. You want to start so now you've learned bustiers, you've learned corset, you want to now start merging it to form these like styles. So it is in your intermediate level now that you are allowed to go online and source for styles and actually sew them to know if you can do it. Daring styles, this is the stage where you actually want to dare yourself, so you know what you can take, and you get ready. It will be able to prepare you for your advanced stage. Now after playing around with ashwebi style, next thing you want to do now is you want to now introduce yourself to beading and embellishment. I know there are many people that are specialized only in beading and embellishment, but I advise every tailor to try and just touch a little of beading and embellishment, so you'll be knowledgeable in that field and not just know anything about it. Now after that, you also want to look at dart manipulations. Dart manipulation is very much an upgrade course, but I always advise start dart manipulation in your intermediate stage, because you want to start that. You want to start putting blue fabric here, green here, red here. Just play around with it. It will make your hand stronger and it will prepare you for your upgrade stage. Then also, just like I said in the beginner stage, you want to also focus on fashion content creation more, and you also want to focus on fashion business classes more, depending on why you are learning this. If you know you have the capacity to learn more in your intermediate stage, I advise you learn more. But for now, this is what I feel like you should just play around with in the space of 6 months, in the space of 7 months, in the space of 8 months, and make sure you get better at it before you even think of going for any upgrade class, or before you, because the good thing now is that at the beginning stage and at the intermediate stage, you can actually teach yourself all these things before you now think of going somewhere to take an upgrade class. But you need to be prepared in all these places, at least 50% prepared in all these places before you go for any upgrade class. Yeah, we've come to the end of this video today. I hope this recommendation or this outline is going to help somebody. If you know you found this video helpful, it may be helpful to somebody else, you want to give this video a big thumbs up so the video will be recommended to others. You also want to hit that subscribe button and join the family if you've not subscribed till now, and you want to drop a lovely comment or drop video suggestion. This video I'm doing is actually a video request from few people, so your video request may be my next video on this channel. So feel free and don't be shy to drop your request. And yes, if you have questions, don't forget to drop it in the comment section. See you in my next video. Until then, keep winning.